That's massive. Back when I was trying to compete, back in when I was working 2, 3 jobs, I mean, that's literally just one less job for me to work a month. But here we are on a board with Team Superior, who we did get to see last week. They had an okay week, but ultimately they ended up getting challenged a lot here. I think in games like 3, 4, and 5. This time around, with this split over here at Lava City, they have it for free, but their loot isn't quite looking like it right now, Tom. They've only got the 2 white armors along with the blue on Prodigy Aces.
Yeah, fun fact about the $750 a month. Back when I was competing with Stirrippin and it was Stirrippin Final Boss Carbon, we had these 3-year, $250,000 contracts that we ended up getting way back in the day. And this is more than we actually got per month. So when we're talking about being able to, at least have some sort of substantial income, 750 is more than enough in terms of having a lot of different revenue to really boost your confidence, to really try to put your time even more time into Apex, into your stream, into content creation, and really into your team. So it's really important for these guys to come through, try to make it into Series E, and just have a full roster, because the most difficult part about not being on a organization is the fact that your rosters are always shuffling because there's no contracts that are actually being held. As we take a look at our first fight, Absolute Units over here on this rotation coming outside of the train track, they're going to get the first knock of the game too, and should be able to get the finish. Nice longbow shots right there coming in from Fat Fruit Ninja, and this is a really nice start. I'm not really sure what this team's doing rotating over here. It has to be a survey team, but it's going to be Purple Armor, double massive shots, and the third player going down. Fat Fruit Ninja, zero fear in this dojo, and that's a fast swipe for Absolute Units.
Yeah, and so Absolute Units, they are playing with a handle AM, so partially Absolute Monarchy that we got to see throughout some of our open registration nights. They were very heavily team fight oriented, especially in the early games, and they're still living up to that right and now as they're continuing their loop path now. Of course, fighting, as it seems for some odd reason, a lot of times over for survey, but here it is, Breakfast Club in a fight. It's just nades left. Oh, Wizzy and Box of Tea already gone here up against Team Season, and Team Season will get the clean team fight win. Plane the only one close to even going down, as he needs to hit the armor swap as he's getting shot, but the movement is there and he will be able to get away. We do have a better look at the ring now, thanks to Team Superior, who have made their way into Geyser. Looks like it will be a Geyser ending. They're going to split the difference, though, just in case this one pulls away towards, well, the center of this ring. So they have an excellent position. They're running that caustic, so they'll be able to hold this building for now. They also have a large funnel of teams, currently 3 of them over at Skyhook still, as Joey Blackout spots out one other squad now, making their way into Geyser.
If you haven't played recently, the 30-30 repeater is absolutely OP. So we got to look out for the players that are rocking that and the amount of damage that they're going to do. Pop on the 2x, 2-4, 3x. That thing absolutely rips. So the flatline, while it's nice, you're going to be using a lot of ammo and probably just going to want a single fire here. Watch out for the players that are able to actually get 30-30s inside of the back of Geyser. This one is 1,000% going to end here. So the fact that Team Superior is splitting the difference is pretty solid, because sometimes you will have a random pull over towards these houses, and the platform is super popular too. But in the very back of Geyser, that's always the best building when you see the double edge of the back zone holding over towards that area. But Mixed Minds not in a good position to try to rotate all the way over towards the Geyser. They're still stuck in Overlook, and they have that EU EMEA composition with the Wraith, Crypto, and the Caustic. So we'll see what they're going to be able to do to get out of here. Most likely going to have to hit some sort of EMP or just ignore this whole rotation that they're going to have in front of them and go over towards No Name, which looks like what they're doing. Heads up play from Amcho. No reason to go over towards that right-hand side. Focus this left-hand side. Even hold this hill if you need to.
Yeah, as they make their way on, and we can see through that mountain wall, we do have a Watson in play, and that's more than likely going to be Flashpoint. As we saw from Team Superior's point of view, we're able to get into position over at Geyser right now, but it's the platform northwest of Fragment here as Team Vibes, Cherished, Mooney, and Black getting themselves into a fight. Cherished will clear that drone for now, but it's Absolute Units who have huge HP advantage. 2 blues along with the purple. They're trying to coordinate this push here. Sleepy Panda already taking the high ground, has 2 right below him. The Wraith will be able to queue away with this one, with the portal going to be used by them. But Fat Fruit Ninja is still on the hunt here, has an angle with the R301. He's not able to land the shots quite yet, but it doesn't look like they're ready to give up on the chase. They will continue to push this.
Yeah, if not mistaken, Farmer Lucas and Fat Fruit Ninja were the team on Team Pop Tarts that ended up getting relegated. So now you have Fat Fruit Ninja over here with his new squad trying to become the second member of that team to get into Series Z here. We'll see if he's going to be able to do it again. Already with the nice start, already with a decent amount of damage. Love the damage counter over towards that top right. Showcases exactly what you've been doing throughout the entire game. But they're definitely playing the edge here. There's zero chance they're going to make it into Geyser, and while they do that, they can try to pick apart some of the other teams with less armor than them because they've already taken a couple of fights. As we see what PBS is doing, a very popular spot to lock down is this choke, and this is a very active area where they're going to be looking for kills because teams will start to rotate out of here once they get stuck over towards that sorting factory side in that no-name area where the platform is. So this team is going to have to make their way uphill, and it looks like they're going to go for a portal, maybe to try to coexist with one of these buildings. But PBS is doing a smart job in owning the real estate at both sides. Very dangerous play coming in here from Stink.
Yeah, it's Wally Catcher. Stink will go down. Pal picks that one up with the EVA 8s, and he is instantly thirsted. And just like that, Wally Catchers will back away and not even give a second thought to his banner here. They're getting shot on the retreat from the teams over by Sorting Factory for now. But Great God looks like he might have gotten himself into a decent safe spot to try and heal up. But what a terrible position to find yourself in. Losing out on your Wraith throughout all of this is going to make it much more harder to get this Caustic into the late game, especially if he's just caught out from multiple angles there. Kodagami has been broken. He's getting scanned and tagged from every single angle here as he's completely disconnected now from Mr. Greek God. He is getting full sent on by this squad. He's right on top of him. Almost took out Sorcerer. But Saucer will be able to survive, gets that knock, and will eventually be able to get that kill point for his squad.
And poor Karigami is just going to end up bleeding out in a very long, slow, and painful death. Maybe someone will just, end it over towards the side with a scout or something like that so he doesn't have to sit there forever. But now we see what Absolute Units is doing fresh off their kills over towards the backhand side of the map. They're still frequenting over towards the top of Apra Center. Really nice shots. Without a scope there from Sleepy Panda with the scouts, going to connect about 3 or 4 of those. That's enough for Fat Fruit Ninja to hop in his drone, try to look for the EMP. They're going to scout some players over towards the side. See Sleepy Panda taking some really nice angles behind the crates too. So he's going to be able to heal up behind those as you're going to get hit with the double wombo here from Fat Fruit Ninja and from Sir Lifty. But it doesn't look like enough damage was done. They're going to back off here with 2 minutes left. They're going to decide exactly how they're going to want to rotate throughout all this. Are they going to take the fight in front of them, which they have to cross through this giant open area and get up the high ground, or are they going to find a little bit easier path over towards the side?
It's Team Cruelty on the other side of this fight. Yuban peeks out with that wingman to get the knock onto Sleepy Panda, and Scissors is going to full send it now. The bubble has been used on the other side, so the fast res will be there. Only have enough time to heal up. Defensive bombardment does go down. Cut them off, and it's going to be a little whiles before he has that grapple to try and go in once again. Yuban, though, tries to cut them off here on the left-hand flank, seeing all 3 slide down, and the trigger discipline is there. He does hit for 35, but they weren't able to get the critical damage. They're still going to play for their for the positioning at this point, not giving up this high ground, overlooking Fragment East at this point. With a minute left to go in this ring, we have 18 squads remaining, 52 players. So we know that two of the players are going down. It was Mr. Greek God's squad, right? They're missing out on 2 right now, Kodagami and Stink. And so it's just 1 rat left in this lobby.
There's really only one way to play this here because every choke's going to be taken, and you see it from Scissors' point of view. This is a great point of view to see what's going on here. Over towards the left, that entrance in the tunnel is going to be completely taken, either from a Watson or a Caustic team. Up in both of these chokes, 100% both of these spots are going to be taken. So to go and push in this far, this early right now from Cruelty is a little bit risky. They're going to have to put down these pings exactly where they're looking at right now and just turn around and gatekeep. But as they gatekeep, these teams from the chokes are going to come around the corner and out of the cuts. So they're going to have to really depend on Senpai here, maybe lay down some really big damage. But this is what these other teams have been waiting for in the chokes for so long now. is for this opportunity to go and get kills. MST is that team, as you can see, with caustic barrels on both sides. There's really zero chance getting in there. Very nicely placed barrels there from 6. So a team just like MST is waiting to pounce. They're not going to be able to have a portal play, unfortunately. That's where this Wraith is going to be able to be useful here, so you could go through and try to get involved in this. But you can see one team in no name, one team already there, multiple teams over towards the choke. A lot of teams are going to be gate kept on this zone.
And here's Kaneka's Pets making their way into Sorting Factory from the southwest side right now. And they don't have the Bloodhound, so a lot of these rotations are pretty blind. There's a full squad inside this building as well. It's Team Season that's currently on top of them right now. Kenny currently in his drone to try and scout out that information for his squad. They know they are there. And Lion has the bead on that angle, sees them, knows that they're climbing up. It's going to be a full 3-man swing onto him. So he does have to be careful. Luckily for him, he's got the arm shield, but oh no, your toes were peeking out. Here comes the EMP. The bubble has been used as well, but the caustic gas has been popped. The barrel was preemptively shot there as the EMP was coming in. And so Team Season are going to play this a little bit more cautiously, waiting this one out. One more barrel cleared as Klain has nice another angle set up for himself here at this point. But again, it's Team Season playing this very cautiously.
And you can see the great use of the crypto drone right there is going to show exactly where all those players are. Meanwhile, Team Cruelty finally finds that edge fight that they were looking for. It's going to be the same team that they were involved with before. Nice job just doing the gatekeeping that we were hoping for Team Cruelty. But a big thermite is going to rip them for a lot of damage, a lot of health damage too. So batteries being popped left and right. Season going to find their fight over here towards the sorting side. And this is going to be big because whatever team wins this is going to have the rotation over towards no name. It doesn't look like anyone's going to be third partying right now from that side. So see what happens with Team Cruelty as Fat Fruit Ninja is going to eat it too. And multiple teams going to be in the area. So this is what Team Cruelty did. And we were watching them throughout a majority of this from Scissor's point of view. They played this perfectly. They did exactly what they needed to do, cleared out the back of the zone. And now they have this opportunity in front of them. But there's the fight. It's Lion getting the knock on to Kanaka. Lane's going to find one as well. One-on-one situation. And Lion's going to finish that fight. Plus, with the yeet of the bubble, finds the res. No third party coming in through quite yet. Team Cruelty, they're going to finish their fight off over towards the side. Clean wipes from both of these squads that we were talking about before this started.
Yeah, Team Cruelty do need to be pretty quick on the loot, and the recovery here is, you can see Oi Senpai was considering throwing that defensive bombardment down. Third party was laying in wait, but they didn't see the trades, and Mixed Minds actually get into a fight here with one of those squads. Ooh, they've been cleaned up by Team Vibes. Black D's does need to be rezzed up here as they're trying to reset with the barrels, and they will go for it now as you've got, looks like Mooney holding the high ground angle for himself. Team Cruelty, though, want these kill points, and you can see Scissors try to get aggressive, but just back away with that grapple as he was almost cracked on that red Evo shield. Defensive bombardment will force them back. Currently here is Oi Senpai. We'll keep a watchful eye on that choke point. They've got 20 seconds and they need to do something, unfortunately for them now. They just weren't able to get that full knock, full kill onto that squad. Luckily for them, they will finish off Sleepy Panda. So that's one less threat to worry about. But as they run in, they know that they have a team to their east. They have a team to their south playing the choke right now. I believe there was a Watson up there as well. So this is going to be a difficult task. Now, Euban does have that portal for them. We'll see how well he can place this one down for.
You may have to portal past them, but what you're trying to do here is you're really hoping that the other team is going to go fight. And that's the team that Team Cruelty almost wiped over towards the side with a third party. They need to allow that team to distract, as we see what Flashpoint's doing, holding that choke area. Rakinishu going to get a knock over towards the side. Greek God going to get the finish too, so nice job over there. But this is what Flashpoint's been waiting for. As you see, the scan does continue to pull over towards the geyser side. 3 players over towards the opposite choke. So this is exactly the scenario that we're anticipating. There's Vibes over there fighting Team Cruelty, and you still have Flashpoint chilling in the perfect spot to pick up all these kills. This is such a late rotation from both these teams. They're basically griefing each other.
Yeah, Oi Senpai will go down along with Mooney. They're just trying their best to pick up whatever kill point they can in this mad scramble, as it looks like it was Sweaty's only also involved throughout all this, playing the other choke for now. Flashpoint not really able to pick up as much as they would really have liked to, but they do still maintain control over this choke right now. As the defensive bombardment does dissipate, they do have, of course, that Watson generator, giving them the passive heals as Rambo goes for that swing on the left-hand side. Let's have the drone, but the EMP was already been used as Kupski gets the knock onto 6. Oh boy, looks like MST tried to hard commit onto that one, and they are now getting punished. Metro does answer back, taking out Rambo, bringing this down to a 2v2. Penders with no shield, though, taking so much damage. Sweaty's only coming in for the third party here, so it should be Sweaty's only. Just clean this one up. We have one Wraith porting on pass, and that's going to be MST out, along with Flashpoint just shortly here. The massive shots do connect. They will be able to pick up these kill points. MST out, Flashpoint out, and Sweaty's only controlling the choke here with a minute to go.
That's how you do it. You got to be the last team to the fight over towards that choke side. Flying Platypus, they're still in the zone for the next rotation in 50 seconds, but they're dealing with a team outside of their door, and you can see this is such a long building to hold that it's up to Mercy Only to start popping down a lot more caustic barrels. They poured it into here from the side, so all the barrels have been used. The longer that they're here, the more opportunity Mercy Only is going to be there to set up. But very nice portal play coming in from Bronzy. And now you don't really know at this point where exactly this geyser is going to pull towards. Is it going to continue to come exactly over towards where Bronzy is, or is it going to hop on towards the other side? And we'll even see teams play over towards the middle here as Bronzy takes a lot of damage. They're going to have to battery on both sides. Instead, it's just going to end up being a Phoenix and a battery. So Pride's going to take a little bit longer to heal. In the end, it's all up to Mercy Only. But this is why you have the Caustic. And this is kind of the power of the Caustic in these type of situations, just to hold teams off for as long as possible. Purple Mag, Spitfire, they're going to send it inside the bubble over here. Frex gets a finish there with the 30-30 onto Crook. They're going to clear out a squad over towards the side. And it looks like Flying Platypus now owns their building after some very nice bullying.
We do have Sweaty's Only coming in, though, and that moment of giving up the building might have been enough for Sweaty's Only to try and find their way on in. The massive hit for a big chunk of damage there as Goodfellas will continue to push forward, but he's got someone else on his left. The rest of the squad is there. Bronzy goes down. It's going to be a 1-for-1 exchange, but Pride is basically out of this fight now with 1 HP. He's going to pop that bat on his blue Evo shield as they do get one more knock. So it's all up to Mercy Only here, who's trying to get this armor swap at the very least, but instead he goes back towards the door. This is Gibraltar with a red Evo in his face. Frex won't be able to finish that one off. Well, Blight will, and they should be able to cover Goodfella in just a moment. And now we do have a better idea of where the ring's going. It is going to go pull down to that south side. Port already being used. It's going to be difficult. If they have some ultimate excels, they might be able to make another portal play. They can maybe try and leapfrog up using the geyser. It's PBS currently. We saw them holding down this position just before in that compound to the south now. And now with full control over the height here, they are in such a dominant spot, Tom.
This team's also very well-rounded in terms of Saucer being a great fragger. Bowser and Pow have all of the experience that you would need in terms of calling the zones and also calling the situations. Prodigy gets ripped from the side. Blight has been playing absolutely lights out with this Gibraltar. Now you're going to see Prodigy Aces do the crawl of shame over here towards the rock. Maybe he's going to be able to get a res over from his boy, but he should be tossing some barrels and shooting him if that's going to be the case. That was Blight through the window, so it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get the finishes. He's looking for some more blood, just going to barely give that player a haircut, but 5 kills, 1,000 damage. That's what you want to see from your Gibraltar.
Yeah, and he's able to swap off to the massive right after using that final shot in the Kraber. At the very least, he slows down Team Superior and puts them in a dodgy situation. Prodigy Aces is brought back up into this. No one really able to punish that now. With 5 seconds left to go, the zone will start closing in. And once again, PBS, they have the ultimate high ground here. They have the angles, and all the squads will be running into each other into these buildings now as Joey Blackout peeks on out. The rotation coming in for the team to the north there. It's some decent damage, but the bubble does stop that out as Prodigy Aces does try to get aggressive here, is trying to find some in ways. The portal has been set up, it looks like, but it doesn't seem like anyone else wants to take it. Rakanishu finds out why that wasn't the greatest of ideas as he goes down to Marara here, as he's gonna go ahead and pop the infinite Tsukiyomi. He's gonna have complete vision. Prodigy Aces pulls off of that res to try and force them back. The zone has finished closing as Frex finds 2 more kills for himself. Prodigy Aces, the only one really able to fight for his squad. Joey Blackout will go down as Prodigy Aces starts burning away to this gas now. And he pops that Q, but as soon as he comes out, he'll be taking more damage once again. Looks like the gas did dissipate. No, never mind. He's going to pop that port, go back in through. Will take some zone damage. He's going to try to survive for as long as possible. Has made it to the top 5 for himself. At the very least, we'll have an armor swap to take as well here. Fresh purple for him. but it's 578 damage away. He's getting pushed, and he does have the help of the team above him, actually thwarting this last push.
Oh, he gets taken out last second by Blight, flying in there with the Mastiff. Great job by Prodigy Aces throughout the entire time, though. So now we're in a 3v3v3v3 scenario with 4 squads left. Easy math there. I think I have that one under control, but I love this positioning coming in for PBS. They get taken out over from the side. Pow falls down. Very nice portal place. Gonna have to be directly on top of that one, but here it is. Pony Gang flying up here. They are not waiting. They're going to use all their utility. Black Hole is going to come down. Grav Lift's going to be used as well. Great job by Depressedly just to fly up there as the Caustic not taking any of the damage. And they're going to be able to wipe that out. So the Pony Gang really doing some work, as that was a big mistake there coming in from Powell. I'm not sure if he slipped off or there was a grenade that actually pushed him over there. But now 3-on-3-on-3 scenario. And if this is the team inside the building, I'm really stoked that Pony Gang and this other squad are fighting on the outside.
Yeah, and Depressedly right now, though, he does still have that Nox gas grenade to use. Madara will go ahead and pop that Beast the Hunt. It's for Flesh there with that Volt. He's almost out of ammo. And he does have the close range option as well, as they're pinging away like a full squad to their west currently. Madara taking some damage, will fall back once again to heal up as the ring now slowly closing in on them. The bubble has been used by Zanios' squad, and there is the Nox gas grenade. Goodfellas will try to push up through, but he does get taken out by Zanios. The Massive coming in clutch for him. He's picked up 2, but he will ultimately fall now as Depressedly goes down to finish this one off. It's going to be Pony Gang to take our first game of the night.
Impressive plays coming in from Pony Gang. I think taking out the team that was up top was the most important thing, because they were just really strong in terms of position. And we're talking about multiple ALGS winners when we have Bowser and Pow, and then the frag power of Saucer. So Pony Gang picked up a handful of kills along the tail end of that game, and I don't think anyone was expecting them to win when we saw all the amazing squads that were in there. But Pony Gang, I'm pretty sure Jamerson didn't have that bad a performance